I just want to say as a disclaimer that the color swapping technique is probably the most complicated thing that I'll teach you using Excel, but trust me, it is worth it once you have it figured out because, at least for me, very often I want to be able to visualize what it'd be like if I swapped colors out before I actually get down to my knitting. And this is the simplest way to do it rather than every single time having to drag and click and select your cells and switch out the colors. So what we're wanting to do is we want to change these theme colors that we have up here. We want to have these be colors that match the colors of our yarn. And unfortunately, we can't do this in Excel exactly, but if you have Microsoft Office Suite, you have PowerPoint, and we can create these kinds of themes in PowerPoint. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up a new PowerPoint presentation. So you'll open up PowerPoint, hit blank presentation. And then we'll just get this out of our way, but we are going to go to design in the ribbon. And then over here we have, these are the themes. And so you want to click this expander tool and go to colors. And here you actually can see some of the custom themes that I've already made, but I'm going to show you how I made them. So we're stick with the office theme for now, and we'll go to customize colors. And we're going to be using the same technique that we used earlier to color match. So again, we're going to want to have our Google image search side by side with our now PowerPoint presentation. That we're not really making a presentation, but we're using this to create themes. And so we'll keep our black and we'll keep our white, but we're going to change out some of these colors so that they match what we want to use. And so let's change this. And if you click that square, that was the color. You can now adjust whatever color it is. So we have another eyedropper tool, and we'll hover over our yarn to get it to match, and then there's no OK button, which is annoying, but you just click this little exit spot right here, and that's been populated now with the new yarn color. And you can just keep working in this manner with different colors of yarn that you often work with. So any of these colors over here that don't match what we're doing. Eyedropper tool, that looks good. Exit, I like that. And just continue in this manner until you have all the colors that you want in your. Okay, and I have now made a lovely rainbow using yarns that I commonly work with. I want to point out that when you're working with a theme, only 10 of the colors actually show up here, and the 10 that show up are the ones that are background through accent 6, so your hyperlink and followed hyperlink are not going to be showing up in your paint bucket tool, but that's good because these can be placeholders for other things that you're working with, and I'll show you why in a moment. And so once you have your theme that you want to work with, you're going to want to rename that to something, I'm just going to call it tutorial example. Save. And then immediately that is going to be already saved to my whole Office suite. So in Excel, if I go over to page layout and then go under colors, there is the theme that we just created together. So hit tutorial example, and now that automatically changes to updating these colors. And for some reason it's not in the perfect order that we made it earlier. I don't know why the red and the gray swap, but if you want to swap it out in your actual theme, you can do that pretty easily just by going back to the presentation. We're under the design toolbar, go to colors, and then while you're in that, hit customize colors. We want this gray and this red to swap because it just look nicer. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to click and drag that red to the hyperlink spot, and then as a placeholder, and then I'll hit the gray and I'll drag that, and that automatically populates there. And we'll click the red back up here, and want that in dark number 2. So now these are swapped, and they should appear swapped in our actual document. So I'm going to rename this again, just example custom, save. So back over in Excel, if we go back to page layout and we do example custom, go to home, paint bucket, and there we go. Our rainbow is in the order that we like.